Welcome to Unc's English, a place where stories, emotions, and the joy of learning English come together like a warm conversation with a friend. I'm Unc, and I'm so grateful you're here with me today. Whether you're curled up with a book in a quiet room, walking through a busy street, or listening through earbuds as the world hums around you, this is our space to grow, not just in language, but in courage, in hope, and in the quiet strength that lives inside you. Let me start with the question. Have you ever felt a spark, a dream, a goal, or even a small wish that lights up your heart, only to be dimmed by a voice that whispers, "You're not ready yet"? That voice can feel like a heavy stone, weighing you down, keeping you from taking that first step. Today, we're going to face that voice together. We're going to talk about why starting, even when you're scared, even when it's messy, is the most powerful thing you can do. We'll explore how to embrace your fears, how to take small steps that lead to big changes, and how to trust yourself when the path feels uncertain. This episode is here to help you learn English naturally while giving your heart the courage to move forward. So stay with me until the end, and let's walk this journey side by side. Before we dive in, hit that like button if you're ready to feel inspired, subscribe to join our growing community, and leave a comment with your location and local time. I love seeing how our voices connect across the globe. Now, let's begin. The hardest part of any journey isn't the middle or the end. It's the moment you decide to start. It's like standing at the edge of a river where the water looks deep and the current feels strong and every part of you wants to stay on the familiar shore. Have you ever felt that pull? Maybe it's speaking English in front of others and you hesitate because the words don't come out perfectly. Or maybe it's a dream you've carried for years, a new career, a creative project, a step toward healing, and you keep telling yourself, "I'll start when I'm ready, when the time is right, when I'm stronger." But let's be honest, when does ready ever show up? That moment of waiting, of hesitating, is like carrying a heavy backpack you're too afraid to open. You tell yourself you're preparing, planning, getting stronger, but deep down, it's fear holding you back. It's not loud or dramatic. It's a soft whisper that says, "Not yet. You're not good enough. What if you fail?" And the longer you listen, the more it feels like truth. But here's the secret. That whisper isn't protecting you. It's keeping you stuck. It's fear dressed up as wisdom, convincing you to wait for a moment that might never come. Let's take a breath together. Inhale, exhale. Think about something you've been wanting to start. Maybe it's saying a full sentence in English without overthinking. Maybe it's applying for a job or writing the first line of a story. What's holding you back? Is it the fear of not being perfect, the worry that someone will judge you? Or maybe it's the belief that you need to be someone else, someone smarter, braver, better before you can try. I want you to hear this. You don't need to be fearless to begin. You don't need to be flawless. You just need to move, even with that fear sitting quietly beside you. Because courage isn't about feeling ready. It's about choosing to act anyway. Think back to a time when you did try something, even if it felt small or went unnoticed. Maybe you spoke a sentence in English and it sounded clumsy, but you said it. Maybe you took a chance on something, a conversation, a project, a moment of vulnerability, and it didn't go as planned. Hold that moment close because it's proof of something incredible. You're stronger than your doubts. Every time you try, you're planting a seed. It might not bloom right away. It might not even look like anything is happening, but beneath the surface, something is growing, something quiet, something real. We live in a world that loves to celebrate the big moments, the perfect speech, the finished project, the loud applause. But the real magic It's in the small beginnings, the single word you learn today, the one email you send, the moment you choose to keep going instead of giving up. Those are the threads that weave a life you're proud of. They don't shout for attention, but they build something unshakable. So if today feels heavy, if your dreams seem too far away, or your progress feels too slow, let me remind you, you don't need to conquer the world today. You don't need to leap across mountains. Just take one small step. Say one sentence in English. Write one sentence of your story. Be kind to yourself for one moment. That's where it starts. Small becomes steady, steady becomes strength, and strength becomes a life that shines with quiet pride. Let's talk about that voice in your head again, the one that whispers, "Wait a little longer." It's clever, isn't it? It doesn't tell you to quit. It just says, "Not now." Be better first. Be surer, stronger, smarter. It feels so reasonable, like it's looking out for you, but it's not. That voice is fear wearing a mask, keeping you in the same place, year after year, dream after dream. It's not helping you grow. It's keeping you small. Picture this. You a year from now. Are you still waiting? Still telling yourself, "I'll start when I'm ready"? Or are you someone who took a step, then another, even when it felt shaky? The difference isn't talent or confidence, it's choice. It's deciding to begin even when you're not sure, even when you're scared. Because here's the truth. You don't get ready by waiting. You get ready by doing. Every time you speak a sentence in English, even if it's messy, you're learning. Every time you take a step toward your goal, even if it's small, you're growing. You're not a puzzle to be solved. You're a person who's evolving, and that evolution doesn't need to be perfect to be beautiful. Let me share a story I've never told on this channel before. A few years ago, I was sitting on my balcony, staring at a notebook filled with scribbled ideas. I had this vision for Inks English, a way to teach English that wasn't just about words, but about feelings, about building confidence, about connecting with your heart. It felt so personal, so different, that I was terrified. I wrote down the idea, but then I closed the notebook and left it on the shelf for months. That voice in my head was relentless. Who are you to try this? There are so many teachers out there. Your idea is too soft, too strange, too small. I believed it. I told myself I needed more experience, a clearer voice, a better plan. But one evening, I was talking to a friend over tea, and she said something that stopped me in my tracks. What if someone out there needs exactly what you're afraid to share? That question shifted everything. It wasn't just about me anymore. It was about the person who might need a kind word, a gentle push, a voice to remind them they're enough. So I dusted off that notebook. I didn't feel ready. I didn't feel brave, but I started anyway. The first video I made, hardly anyone watched it. The second one, still quiet. But I kept going, one story at a time, one message at a time. And then, slowly, people found it. I started getting messages, "Your voice makes me feel calm. I'm learning English, but I'm also learning to trust myself. Thank you for being here." Every time I read those words, I thought, what if I had listened to that fear? What if I had never tried? Your story matters too. Even if it feels small, even if it feels uncertain, it's yours. And someone out there needs the version of you that doesn't give up. Don't let fear keep your gifts hidden. Don't let doubt decide your future. You have something to share, and the world is brighter because of it. Let's slow down for a moment. Maybe today you're not looking for a big push. Maybe you're just tired. Tired of trying, tired of starting over, tired of feeling like you're not enough. If that's you, I want to say something simple but real. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to have all the answers. You just need to keep showing up quietly, gently, consistently. Real growth isn't loud. It's not a highlight reel or a perfect score. It's the quiet work you do when no one's watching. It's practicing one English phrase, even when it feels awkward. It's choosing to try again even when yesterday felt like a setback. It's refusing to give up on yourself even when the world feels heavy. That's not weakness, that's power. That's where your transformation lives. Try this today. At the end of your day, ask yourself, what did I do today that moved me forward, even just a little? Maybe you listened to this episode. Maybe you spoke a word in English. Maybe you chose to be gentle with yourself instead of harsh. Write it down. Whisper it to yourself. Let it count. Because those small moments are the foundation of confidence, of growth, of a life you're proud of. Let's go a bit deeper. Growth isn't a straight line, is it? Sometimes it feels like you're walking in circles, making the same mistakes, facing the same doubts. But every time you show up, you're building something. It's like learning English. You don't wake up fluent one day. You stumble over words, you forget grammar, you feel embarrassed. But then one day, you understand a sentence without translating it. You laugh at a joke in English. You realize, I'm getting this. That's how confidence grows too. Not in a flash, but in quiet, steady moments. Here's another way to think about it. Every small action you take is a vote for the person you're becoming. Every time you practice a phrase, every time you choose to try again, you're saying, I believe in myself. You don't need to leap to the finish line. You just need to keep moving, one step at a time. And those steps, they add up. They become a path. They become a story you're proud to tell. If you're feeling stuck today, I want you to try something else. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine the version of you who's already taken that first step. Picture yourself speaking English with ease, chasing your dream, or simply feeling lighter in your heart. That version of you isn't far away. They're already inside you, waiting for you to give them a chance. You don't need to be perfect to start. You just need to be willing. And from where I'm standing, you already are. As we come to the end of this episode, take a deep breath and feel this moment. Wherever you are, on a crowded train, folding laundry, or gazing at the stars, you showed up today. You chose to listen, to reflect, to grow. That's not small. That's everything. I believe in you, even if you're not sure you believe in yourself yet. You're braver than you know. You're stronger than you feel. And you're more ready than you think. So take that first step today. It doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to be yours. Thank you for sharing this time with me. If this episode touched your heart, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment with your location and local time. Let's see how big our community is, stretching across the globe. And if you're feeling brave, share one small step you're going to take today. I'll be here cheering you on. Come back anytime. You're never alone on this journey.